Fine. So, coming to this GS Mains module course, so let me congratulate and welcome you all to this new journey of Mains module course because uh, there is a purpose behind this whole exercise. That means the course has been designed to ensure that you have advanced preparation for mains stage. Because if you have thought of clearing your PT examination, that right, obviously, God bless you and you right, you crack this first stage of the examination. But again, that would be useless. That would be or that is not going to serve any purpose because you would be stuck in the main stage of the examination. That is the main stage of your struggle, right? We call it as main examination. Yes. Why? The reason is that the main stage of the examination as well as the personality test, these two stages of examination are taken into account for making the merit list. That means your final merit list is based on the performance you showcase in the main stage as well as in the personality test. Okay. So even if you have worked very hard and you have been able to sail through the first stage of the examination, but you have not planned your preparation for the next stage, that is your main examination, believe me, you are again back to square one. It means you would be waiting for another 3, 4, 5 years. I don't know. You don't know, right? Because you are not taking UPSC examination, you are taking APPSC examination, and right, you also know that APPSC civil services examination is the toughest examination in this universe, right? Not only in this world, but in the entire universe. Yes. So when you talk about the toughest examination, you are going to take UPSC in the world. But if you want to take toughest examination of the universe, welcome here. This is APPSC examination, right? You never know how the things are going to change. You never know the external factors which is not under our control. So it is imperative that we focus on we focus on the long term plan, right? We focus on or we adopt a visionary approach to this, right, to this whole process so that our effort does not go west. Okay, at this point clear. Now this is a rush time. We all know. We all are anxious. We all are nervous. We all are excited about about the expected notification that may come any day, today, tomorrow, right? Maybe next month. I don't know, right? So that is right. That is that has already created more of a kind of kind of uproar and anxiety in the in the student community. So that date of preliminary examination is already fixed. The commission has reiterated, that commission has repeatedly said that they are going to conduct examination on 15th of December, right? So 15th of December means within 1 week you would be getting your PT results, right? And from the date of the declaration of PT result, within 3 months you are going to have your what? Mains examination, right? That means you would be getting a window of 3 months only, maximum 3 months, I'm saying, right? 3 months for mains preparation. And what papers you have to tackle, what papers you have to deal with. You have to deal with essay paper, you have to deal with 4 GS paper, and you have to take care of one subject of your own choice. We call it as right. We call it as optional, right? Normally what happens, those who are new to this process, those who are new entrant to this process, they fail to understand the main battle, right? They fail to understand the importance of the next stage of the examination, and normally they are fixed into that euphoria of PT preparation. That means preparation related to PT stage only, not for the main stage. Okay, you getting my point? So the whole idea behind this, right, we have also taken a risk. We are putting in extra labor here, back to back all the classes, just because we are already busy in the preliminary stage, and we want to ensure that those who are here, those who are taking preliminary test, that means those who are preparing for the preliminary examination, they must have this opportunity to prepare for the main examination also, right, in advance, and at least I would say 50% of the syllabus should be over, right, before you take your PT examination, right? So that when you take your main examination, you have half of your load, right? You can prepare for other subjects which are still not prepared, and maybe you would be able to manage that. Maybe I'm saying, right? It is always advisable that you prepare the whole main syllabus in advance, right? Ideally, right? Ideally, we should prepare all 4 GS paper, one optional paper before we take the PT examination, but that is not possible in today's time frame, right? So we cannot go for overcommitment. Yes, this is the maximum commitment we are giving, and that is promise of completing 2 GS paper before the PT examination, right? Before 15th of December, right? So 5th December is our cutoff date for completing our course, that is your GS paper 1 as well as GS paper 3. Okay. And in any case, obviously, this is a course, this is a system which is human made, right? Man made system. So so errors are bound to happen, right? You may have extension of 2-3 days maximum, but in any case, we'll ensure that it is over by 7th or 8th of December, right? So that you have at least 1 week full time, right? Free time, yes or no, to go for the for the first stage of the examination without any baggage, without any pressure, right? Okay. At this point, clear why this particular course? Okay. Now coming to the agenda of today's session, I'll talk about first of all, I'll talk about the I would say the importance of the the importance of integrated, inclusive, and balanced preparation. Right? When I say integrated, inclusive, and balanced preparation, that means what? Right. That simply means if you take into account the whole process, we should have an integrated preparation of both PT and main examination. Number one. When we say inclusive preparation, you are preparing one subject, right? One paper. Don't lose sight of other paper, right? Don't forget about the integration or the underlying connection which you have. That means the undercurrent which you have between different subjects of different papers, right? Because I'll demonstrate this particular statement with some example, right, of previous questions, the questions which have been asked in 2023 UPSC main examination, question which have been asked in this year 2024, right? This mains examination has been recently concluded. Okay, so this is this is what I would say that keep in mind that you need to develop a integrated, inclusive, and balanced preparation. Always ensure that you give equal weightage to all the paper, because whether it is your normally what happens, people generally do not give much weightage to essay paper, right? Why? Because essay is just an expression of the accumulated knowledge, right? The accumulated knowledge we have throughout our throughout our existence, right, from our school days to colleges, and then this stage of our life. So now whatever we have understood, whatever we have generalized, whatever understanding we have developed, that has to be expressed. Yes, at this point clear. So normally we do not go for any dedicated preparation for essay. But those people who are not comfortable, those who are not sure of their performance in essay paper, right, they should also think of preparing essay paper separately, right? If I ask if you ask me, I mean, how I have tackled essay paper in UPSC or in my state PSS examination, I would say I never prepared for essay paper, right? Why? Because I was confident. I knew that I'm going to secure somewhere around 60-70% of marks. So that is quite justified. That is quite admissible. I'm happy with that, right? Okay, if you want to scale it up further by 5%, 10%, you can go for preparing that essay paper also. But the point is, we cannot memorize, we cannot prepare a essay beforehand, and then represent that essay in the exam. And that is not at all possible, right? And if you do so by luck, in that case, what happens? You would be subject to average marking, right? Maybe you would be getting 50% only, right? Okay. So that means more and more of creativity. Clear? So this is the first point, as the importance of integrated, inclusive, and balanced preparation. You already know the meaning of this particular approach. Now, what should be the strategy? This strategy involves two dimensions, or I would say there are two broad there are two broad skills we need to develop here. One is your vertical approach, and the other one is your lateral approach. Okay. Now, when I say vertical approach, that simply means developing in-depth understanding of the subjects in particular paper, whereas lateral approach, it has two important activity. One, to integrate various subjects in a paper, that is intra-paper approach. And second, to understand the underlines or the underlines between various papers of the examination. Now try to understand this. I said the strategy for balanced preparation would be what? Vertical and lateral approach. Okay. Vertical and lateral approach. Vertical approach means what? Developing full control over a particular subject, the topics of that particular subject, right? Going for microscopic level of preparation, right? In a particular topic, in a particular area of that particular paper, right? Like this is your vertical approach, which can be applied in GS paper 1, right? We are starting with GS paper 1. Why we have more number of days allotted for GS paper 1? You know what happened? You know what happened in 2020? Yes, majority of the candidates were not able to secure that minimum 33% marks in GS paper 1, and that led to the whole controversy. You all know the 3:1 ratio was not followed by the commission, right? And technically, I would say almost 324 candidates should have been called for interview, but only 141 candidates were called for interview. Yes. So 3:1 ratio was not followed. Why? Because the commission did not found the requisite number of candidates who would be able, or who were able to secure the minimum marks in all the papers, right? Okay. So the average marks was more than 45%, but the rider is what? You have to maintain at least 33% marks in all individual paper. The individual cutoff was not fulfilled by majority of the candidates, right? And that led to this problem. Okay, whole controversy, and you know what happened. Yes. So out of 141 candidate, almost 148, right? 141 candidate, 106 candidates were finally selected, right? That means those who first interview, they were bound to get selected. Yes or no? Okay, right? 106 from 141. Are you getting my point? Normally, what happens? 3:1 ratio, right? Whatever be the number of vacancy, right? Total vacancy was 108, right? 108. 106 was 106 was the final list we had. 106 were selected, and and that 106 selection came from 141 candidates on. Technically, it should have come from it should have come from 324 candidates, right? 324 candidates facing interview, and finally 106 were 106 are selected. Yes, लगभग इतना होना चाहिए. ठीक है. So this is one approach we need to develop, within it. We are starting with GS paper 1. Reason, the paper is very, very lengthy in comparison to any other GS paper, right? What you have to study here? You have to study geography. You have to study history, right? You have to study art and culture, you have to study society. There are four pillars. There are four subjects we have in this GS paper, right? Talking about geography, what you study? You study the entire physical geography, right? The entire Earth system. You study Indian geography. Yes, are you getting my point? And what is that? Right? What is the topic on the cake now? Northeast geography also, right? Arunachal geography also. Are you getting my point? At this point, yeah. So this is your geography section, and that becomes unmanageable. Go to history. You study modern history, not ancient, not medieval here, right? Modern history, but the second part of history is so problematic. And what is that? World history, right? You have to prepare the entire world history. Yes, are you getting my point? And then post-independent history also, right? Post-independent history also. That is also right. That is also one part of right. This. That is also one of the topic part of the syllabus, right? Okay, then comes art and culture, society. So that becomes unmanageable. That is why we thought of starting with GS paper one, right? Keeping in mind what happened in 2020, and also the length and breadth of the subject, right? That is your reason why we have chosen GS paper one. Is this point clear? Now, I'll request all of you to see the syllabus. See the syllabus. Just see the backside of the first page. This is the syllabus which we have right. We have arranged, right? That means the topics which we have arranged according to different sections. At this point, clear? The original syllabus lies here. Okay. Fine. So the original, I mean the arrangement of the syllabus is different, right? The arrangement of syllabus is different. We have arranged it. ठीक है? जो कमीशन देते हैं syllabus वो मालूम है थोड़ा जम्बलिंग है, कुछ टॉपिक ऊपर नीचे है. हमने क्या किया उसको डिवाइड कर दिया है, right? Into clear cut boundaries, right? Okay. So you can see here the first one, history, art and culture, all the topics here. Then you have Indian society, all the topics brought here. Then you have geography, right? That is including those 4 units. Yes. Okay. Now try to understand why I said that the strategy need to be vertical as well as lateral, right? Vertical, that means taking control of the entire subject, right? Lateral means now trying to integrate different subjects of a particular paper, okay? Trying to integrate different subject of a particular paper. That is your first activity we need to follow in the lateral approach, right? I'm going to demonstrate this. I said I'm going to demonstrate this, but before that, let us understand this one, vertical approach, okay? Vertical approach, that means in understanding of a particular right of a particular what of a particular subject. Yes, ठीक है. क्या मतलब हुआ? In depth, right? Now you see one question. इसको मैं हटा दे रहा हूँ, मैं देता हूँ. Just see this one. Why I said that these two approach we need to develop while we prepare for the mains examination. Now see this one. I have picked this question from, the recently concluded main examination of UPSC. You see this? What is the phenomenon of cloud burst? Phenomena of cloud burst explained. Okay, this is 10-mark question, and you have to answer that in 150 words. Okay, clear? Now, to understand this phenomena of cloud burst, you cannot stop at only dealing with the clouds, different types of cloud, classification of clouds. Yes or no? Right? What are you getting my point? That means the interaction which is going on between different types of cloud in the upper atmosphere, right? And that leads to one extreme weather condition. That extreme weather condition is cloud burst, right? You know what happened during 2014, right? Badrinath, Kedarnath, what happened, right? Cloud bursts are very common in the mountainous region, right? So you have to understand the mechanism, right? The mechanism of that, right? Mechanism of that, right? Of that adiabatic process, the mechanism of that, the terrain, right? The terrain. That is why the cloud bursts are more common in the mountainous region, right? So this is what we have to understand, and for that, what you need to develop? You need to develop a vertical approach of study. That means you cannot touch the topic and go, right? You have to dig deeper into the topic. Whatever topics you are covering, make sure that you cover all aspects of the topic, right? Then only you'll be able to cater to the demand of the examination. Okay. I'm just giving one example, right? Just an example. I'm not trying to demotivate you or discourage you, yes or no. But this is the reality we have. Okay. Now, let us come to this lateral approach. Also, how this lateral approach is needed. You see one question here, 2023, right? 2023, and that will help you to understand the first point. Okay, why we need to integrate various subjects in a paper, right? Why look at all the papers together, right? Sorry, all the subjects together in a paper, right? We should not study history separately. Geography should not be studied separately, right? When you are studying history, right, make sure that you are studying history in the geographical background, right? When you are studying geography, make sure that you are aware of the historical, right, historical events. Yes or no? That means all history must be studied geographically. All geography must be studied historically, right? This is a popular statement given by Aristotle, not by me. Okay, right? I'm just repeating that. Okay. So this is right. This is your right. This is your vertical approach we have understood. Now let us understand the importance of this lateral approach. Okay, because we are not going to talk about all those things once we start the course in the regular classes. Okay, so you should understand this. See this question. Explain the role of geographical factors. Geographical factors. Okay. Role of geographical factors for the development of ancient India. Right. The question is right. The question is from ancient India. Question is from history. Right. History का बात कर रहे हैं, है ना? Development of ancient India. Okay. But you don't have to focus on the historical event. You have to talk about the role played by the geographical factors. Yes. तो क्या इसमें करना चाहिए? You know that ancient history is not part of GS, right? GS mains history. That means GS mains history paper 1. अरे अभी मैंने बोला ना, you have to study only modern and world, right? But see here, a question has been asked from ancient India, which means that everyone, the commission assumes that everyone must be having a general understanding about ancient India because you have prepared for the preliminary stage, right? So you must have studied ancient, medieval, and modern history, right? There is no clear-cut boundary of the syllabus, my friend. Be very clear that, right? Be very clear that there is no clear-cut boundary. You cannot say that, oh, my friend, that no, there will be ancient India history, and then now you are asking me a question from ancient India. What is the point? The question was not about ancient India. It was about the characteristics, the events, the development of ancient Indian society, economy, culture, yes or no, and how the geographical factors have shaped those shaped those events, how those geographical factors have contributed to the development of ancient India, right? So right from Harappan civilization, you can talk about, I said, you can talk about the river, you can talk about the fertile plain, yes or no, you can talk about favorable geographical condition that led to the emergence of the oldest civilization in South Asia. Yes, yes or no? You can talk about you can talk about Rig Vedic period, you can talk about later Vedic period, you can talk about Mauryas, you can talk about Guptas. All this is part of what? Ancient India. Are you getting my point? But if I do not know ancient India, I won't be able to focus the geographical factor, because I have to talk about different regions together, right? I can start from Harappan civilization, and then I can deal up to the later Gupta period, and my answer is complete. Yes or no? बात समझ में आ रहा है? Beat your discovery of iron, yes or no? Beat your administrative system, beat your fertile plain of Ganga, so all those things, right? You have to take into account the geographical factors on. Okay, so here we have to understand that all the subjects must be studied together. ठीक है, clear? ये तो हो गया एक, मतलब मैंने क्या बोला, जो आप जीएस पेपर 1 पढ़ रहे हो, तो डोंट स्टडी हिस्ट्री सेपरेटली, right? Don't study art and culture in isolation or society in isolation, right? They must be studied together, right? Right? But yes, we all know that we cannot start all the subjects together simultaneously. So one by one, when a member is dealing with a particular subject, don't lose sight of the other subject, right? Within that paper, okay? Before the other members comes in and start with the next subject, you should understand what integration I need to develop here, right? How I have to how I have to perceive those phenomena, right? In saying geographical sense, how I have to how I have to understand the evolution of those events in historical perspective. So for that, we have to develop this this approach of integrating one paper. ठीक है, एक पेपर को इंटीग्रेट करना पड़ेगा. ठीक है, अब आते हैं हम लोग नेक्स्ट वाले पे. इज और activity we need to follow to integrate those different papers of the examination, right? GS paper 1 with GS paper 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 1, like this. Okay, is this point clear? ठीक है, वो कहां तक दिखता है, how far that is visible, and believe me, these are the questions which nobody has prepared, right? These are the areas which nobody has thought of, right? These are the skills which are limited to some people on, right? Those who have applied their mind, right? Those who have applied their soul, those who have developed that skill, right, of creativity, and they know what's what you ask me anything, right? I'm going to produce matter over that. Okay, this is what I mean, these questions tell us, and you have every chance that if you attempt such question with some with some pre-ideas, कुछ idea है, ठीक है, with some ideas beforehand, then you are going to excel, you are going to draft a better answer. Okay, ठीक है, तो इसके लिए हमको क्या करना चाहिए? We should take the whole examination in the main examination. That means the whole main examination in totality. We have to integrate all those papers as far as possible. I'm not saying that go for this and then forget about the subject matter. No, right? Integrate, but that will come at the later stage, right? This is not the right time. When you are starting the journey, better focus on the subject. Better focus on the vertical. Are you getting my point? Vertical approach. Once that is over, then you enter into the mature stage, right? Then you enter into the mature stage, and finally you enter into the old stage. That is, my friend, you must have heard about river, yes or no, right? You must have heard about landform, which progresses from the youth stage to mature and then the old stage, right? So you have to act like a river. Okay, you have to act like a river. That means cutting vigorously when you are young, energetic, right? Reading as wide as possible, right? ठीक है, जितना खा सकते हो खाओ, right? Don't think of digestion, don't think of retention, right? Are you getting my point? जितना हो सकता है. Why? Because you are energetic, ना? Yes or no? अब उसके बाद क्या होगा? Then after 6 months, 3 months, you become what? Mature. mature. What you will doing? क्या करने वाले? You will be doing the next round. अब क्या करेंगे? Now you have understood the relevancy factor of the examination. You have understood what is to be focused and what can be safely left. Yes or no? आप mature हो गए, ठीक है? And then instead of going for energetic cutting, ना, covering all topic as far as possible, you go for what? You go for settling with the topic and and just widen your mental horizon. Mental cutting. Yes, fine. Mental cutting. अभी भी काम करना पड़ रहा है. Mature stage अभी भी. And then finally you enter into the old stage. And don't tell me that you are going to die. No, no, no. You would not die. You would not die. Believe me, your soul will not die, right? Your body will die, right? But you would be getting what? You would be getting nirvana. Yes. You would be getting salvation. And finally, in the old stage, you would be what? You would be doing what? Cutting. No, no, no. No cutting. Deposition. Yes. Deposition. Deposition is what? Creativity. Right? You don't have matter with you. You don't have energy. Right? I said you don't have energy left in you. Right? The youth stage of your life is gone. Yes or no? But you are experienced now. Right? You know what matters to you. Right? You know which matter is relevant for you. Right? And then actually depositing. Right? That is the stage of creativity. Okay? So you have to act like a river. बात समझ में आ रहा है? नहीं आ रहा है? कोई बात नहीं, जब ज्योग्राफी स्टार्ट करेंगे तो ज्यादा अच्छा समझ में आएगा, ठीक है ना? तो एग्जांपल मैं दूंगा तो ऑब्वियसली ज्योग्राफी से देने का कोशिश करता हूँ, ठीक है? तो दिस इज राइट, दिस इज आई मीन परफेक्टली आई मीन विजुअलाइज्ड व्हेन वी फॉलो ए रिवर एंड सी हाउ द रिवर बिहेव्स, यस और नो, ठीक है? देखते हैं ना अपर कोर्स में रिवर क्या कर लेके चलते, ठीक है? एंड ड्रॉप दोस बिग रॉक्स, बिग bigger size sediment along the banks. But do you find river carrying those big size sediment till the mouth? Finest of the sediment, finest, right? Your finest of the knowledge here now in the mind, right? You know what is important for this examination, right? You have understood the the relevancy factor. This is a competitive exam, right? We cannot excel in all in all subjects, right? We cannot have same level of performance in all the subjects, right? We have to understand this, okay? But at the same time, we have to ensure that we are able to manage the subjects, right? आपको लाना कितना मार्क्स है मेरे दोस्त? कभी आपने सोचा है कितना मार्क्स लाने के लिए? किसी का कोई ऐसा एस्पिरेशन हो कि नहीं मैंने तो सोच के आया था सर कि इस बार अगर गिनीज बुक ऑफ वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड नहीं है तो I would be the first person from Arunachal to record highest percentage marks in what? Any civil services, any civil services examination in the country, right? And the toughest in the universe, that is APPSC, okay? Right? You know that nobody in the entire history of civil services examination has secured more than 61.9% in the whole history of civil services examination in India. Very good point. So that means you have to be average in performance. 55 का नैया निकल गया और किसी ने 90% का सोच ये तो सर 50% क्या बोल रहे हो सर? तो डिस्टेंशन वाला आदमी 75% से कम अगर आए तो हमको सर शॉक लग जाता है, कार्डियक अरेस्ट होने का डर होता है मुझे, मैं तो सदमे से मर जाऊं, सिलेक्शन तो बात की बात। तो भाई मर जाना कोई बात नहीं, लेकिन सिलेक्शन नहीं हो पाए, ठीक है? Yes or no? Why we have majority of the candidates making in the civil services examination coming from average academic background? Have you thought about this कभी? सोचा आपने? जो एवरेज होता है ना बहुत मेहनत करता है, हाँ? और जो बहुत स्मार्ट होता है ना IITM, समझ में रहे, बहुत जबरदस्त वाला, वो इतना मेहनत नहीं कर पाए, ठीक है? स्मार्ट है ना वो, are you getting my point? So you have to develop that habit of what? Taking some ingredient of smartness and never discarding that ingredient, the basic ingredient of what? A hard working labor, right? Hard work, ठीक है? ये अगर आप कर रहे हैं, और मुझे पूरा विश्वास है कि आप लोग सभी लोग एवरेज बैकग्राउंड से आए, किसी को कोई कंटेंशन है? रेज योर हैंड, है कोई? पक्का ना? हालांकि दिल में सबको लग रहा है एवरेज बोल रहा है यार, इसको पता नहीं है एक बार बाहर मिलके तो देखो। हाँ, एवरेज बोला हमको। बंदर देवल बाहर ना। ठीक है, तो कहने का सिर्फ यही मतलब है, कहने का सिर्फ यही मतलब है कि अपने को जितना जल्दी जान जाओ उतना अच्छा है, राइट? द बेटर, राइट? अच्छा, बेटर इट इज व्हेन यू एक्सेप्ट द रियलिटी, राइट? है ना? सुनर, राइट, सुनर यू एक्सेप्ट दिस, द बेटर इट इज फॉर यू, राइट? तो ये अप्रोच हम लोगों ने देखा। नाउ लेट अस, राइट, लेट अस डील विद दिस वन, लास्ट है, एंड देन आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू बोर यू ऑल। आई विल इनवाइट अमृतांशु सर। Please see this question. C is an important component of cosmos. Okay, this is the opening statement, right? Then the main part of the question, the main demand of the question says, discuss in the light of above statement the role of IMO, International Maritime Organization, in protecting environment and enhancing maritime safety and security. ठीक है, को फोकस क्या करना है? आईएमओ के ऊपर क्या क्या प्रोटोकॉल्स हैं, क्या क्या, राइट, व्हाट आर द प्रिंसिपल्स फॉलोड बाय, राइट, फॉलोड बाय दिस इंटरनेशनल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन फॉर इंश्योरिंग मैरीटाइम सेफ्टी एंड सिक्योरिटी। ठीक है, फोकस तो यही है। बट if you do not have proper understanding of this opening statement, you'd not be able to give a better start to your answer. It is 250 marks question, my friend. 15 marks, sorry, 250 words and 15 marks question. ठीक है, अगर ये आप नहीं समझते इसका क्या मतलब हुआ? You study that where? You study that in geography, right? One of the component of the earth system, one of the main component of earth system, that is hydrosphere, right? अरे वहीं पढ़ते हो ना ये तो you will be able to explain this statement only when you have proper understanding of geography section of GS paper 1. Yes or no? Geography is where? In GS paper 1. This is question of GS paper 2, right? This question, right, this question relates to international relations. बात समझ में आ रहा है? In GS paper 2, what you study? Polity, governance, international relations, यही होता है ना? ठीक है? Are you getting my point? See how, right, how that inter-paper integration is going on, right? ठीक है, एक पेपर से थोड़ा सा कॉन्सेप्ट लिया, so that your overall understanding of this sea, the hydrosphere is tested, right? ठीक है, ये नहीं कि आपने सीधा सीधा अच्छा ये पहले आपने याद किया लिख दिया, ठीक है, you're not going to get good marks. But if you talk about the importance of this particular system, right, that gives weightage to your answer, right? How hydrosphere is important, right? What role it plays, right? And then you can deal with, with the steps taken by the organization to maintain, safety and security of this particular, component. Yes, is this point clear? So for that, again, that holistic preparation, right? Understanding the connection between different subjects, right? Different papers of the examination, right? So this is your second activity we need to follow. Okay, clear? चलिए, तो ये तो हो गया हम लोग क्या अप्रोच लेना चाहिए. Okay, now coming to, because I need to boost your confidence also, ना? नहीं, देखो, बहुत लोग सोच रहे हैं कि क्या कैसे कॉन्फिडेंस बढ़ सकता है. हम खुद गारंटी लेते हैं कि मेरा कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं बढ़ सकता है, ठीक है. तो आपके गारंटी को फेल करने के लिए, है ना, जस्ट गिविंग यू ए रे ऑफ होप, है ना, ठीक है. देखना है क्वेश्चन को, ठीक है. इसने क्या पढ़ा है नहीं पढ़ा मुझे पता नहीं, ठीक है. ये सुनो, बट मेजॉरिटी ऑफ यू, आई कैन सी योर फेसेस, ठीक है. तो मेजॉरिटी ऑफ द फेसेस हियर आर familiar faces, ठीक है. तो this particular topic we have studied during our preliminary preparation also. Yes, tropical cyclone in detail. Yes, what is sea surface temperature rise, ये बताना है, ठीक है. And how does it affect the formation of tropical cyclone? 10-mark question, 2024, ठीक है. 3 दिन पहले 4 दिन पहले 3 दिन पहले जो कंप्लीट हो, ठीक है. This is your GS paper 1 question. Is it easy or not? Can you explain sea surface temperature rise? Can you explain the reason behind the rise? If you are able to do so, right? You have studied, right? You have studied surface water, subsurface water, yes or no? You know that, right? You know that surface water is only 10% of the total volume of water. That is warmer. That is what? That is having lesser density. That is more mobile, yes or no? Ocean currents में भी तो पढ़ते हैं, ठीक है. You just have to talk about the causes of what is that sea surface temperature rise and causes of rise. Just one paragraph, and then you talk about that latent heat of evaporation, latent heat of condensation, right? That is the main source of energy for the development of tropical cyclone. That will complete your answer. 150 words लिखना है आपको, not more than that, right? You do not have the scope of that, right? Scope of making 2-3 diagram, maximum 1 diagram, क्योंकि वो पूछा भी नहीं यहाँ पे. So which diagram you would be showing here? You can maximum use one diagram which is going to highlight a tropical cyclone. How tropical cyclone behaves in northern southern hemisphere. That's it, right? Simple diagram. You don't have to draw structure. Nah? You don't have to talk about the parts of the cyclone. You just have to talk about how the sea surface temperature rise is contributing to the development of tropical cyclone. Is it easy or not? 150 words. Okay. बात समझ में आ रहा है? क्लाउड बर्स्ट पिछले साल ही पढ़ाया था, आया, ठीक है। ट्रॉपिकल साइक्लोन वी स्टडी इन प्रिलिमिनरी स्टेज एज वेल एज मेंस, ठीक है। क्वेश्चन हैज बीन आस्क्ड, ठीक है। और भी बहुत सारे क्वेश्चन ऐसे दो तीन, ठीक है। तो माय पॉइंट इज लाइक if you study a particular subject and develop that art of integration, develop that art of integration, believe me, it would be easy से easy journey for us. अगर केवल को सेपरेट करके पढ़ते जाएंगे, केवल मेमोराइजेशन पे फोकस करेंगे, तो that will not help, right? Memorization is not going to help, right? Your understanding, your power of critical assessment, your power of assimilation, that is going to be tested in the main examination. Okay? How quickly you are able to respond to the situation. और ये भी याद रखना है, कोई मेरे पास 2-3 दिन नहीं है कि सर मैं सोचूंगा कि क्यों टेम्परेचर बढ़ा है, हाँ, मुझे समुद्र में जाके देखना पड़ेगा कि क्यों टेम्परेचर बढ़ा, ठीक है, तो हो गया, right? You have only 7-8 minutes to answer this question. Are you getting my point, friend? Just 7-8 minutes, 150 words, ठीक है। और वो तभी पॉसिबल है when you have quick reflexes, right? है ना, जब आप तुरंत रिएक्शन दे दो, ठीक है। मतलब क्या, न्यूटन का थर्ड लॉ, हाँ, एक्शन रिएक्शन, एक्शन रिएक्शन, तुरंत होना चाहिए, ठीक है। यू डोंट हैव टाइम। एक क्वेश्चन है ज्योग्राफी और उसी का नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन आ गया सोसाइटी। ऐसा ना, you have to deal with that mental fluctuation also, right? तो बहुत कुछ एडजस्टमेंट करना है, इट इज नॉट गोइंग टू बी इजी, राइट? इजी नहीं है, अगर कोई बोल रहा है इजी है तो फिर भगवान ही हो सकते हो, ठीक है ना, इजी नहीं, ठीक है। सांस लेने में भी तकलीफ होता है, नहीं होता? होता है, करके देखो ना, ब्रीथ, डज इट टेक एनी एफर्ट? नहीं, लंग्स पे प्रेशर नहीं आता आपको। You people are not made up of blood and flesh. You are made up of क्या, extraterrestrial matter, the godly matter. और सीधा भगवान के पास जाने के लिए, ठीक है ना। अरे मेरे भाई, हर चीज के लिए एफर्ट करना पड़ता, सांस लेने के लिए भी एफर्ट करना पड़ता, और ये दिस इज गोइंग टू बी ए ब्रेक थ्रू, ए ब्रेक थ्रू इवेंट इन योर लाइफ, सो दैट इज गोइंग टू टेक सम टॉल, राइट? कैसा टॉल? मेंटल, फिजिकल, कैसे नो, हाँ, स्पिरिचुअल, राइट? यू वुड बी पेइंग ए प्राइस, ठीक है। इफ यू आर रेडी टू पे दैट प्राइस, बिलीव मी, द एंड प्रोडक्ट इज इन योर हैंड, ठीक है। और अभी भी कोई प्राइस देने के लिए नहीं, हम प्राइस तो फी दे दिया ना, प्राइस हो गया, खत्म, ठीक है। वी आर जस्ट हियर टू गाइड यू माय फ्रेंड, राइट? द ओनस लाइज ऑन यू, ओके, राइट? सक्सेस, फेलियर, एवरीथिंग इज योर्स, ठीक है। इस बात को समझ लेना है, क्लियर? नहीं, अच्छा, तो दिस इज अबाउट my short introduction here. Coming to this page number 3, you see this page number 3, where you have the distribution of, distribution made for the number of classes which we have allotted for different sections in GS paper 1. You can see here Indian society, okay, and we are going to start with Indian society, okay. So Amritanshu sir would be taking 9th class, then you have physical and, that means India physical as well as general physical, I'll be taking, okay. I don't want to name myself, okay. Then you have resources, right? Resources, industries, okay, right? You have world resources, distribution of resources. So that would be covered by Ramnik sir in 5 days. And you can also see the tentative weightage of those different sections, ठीक है, कितना कितना मार्क्स लगभग, right? इसको क्लियर कट बांटना नहीं है, कभी कभी हो सकता कम हो जाए, कभी ज्यादा हो, ठीक है। Then you have the history part, okay, and that would be covered by history and art and culture. That would be covered by Sanjay Singh sir, right? The senior most member in our team, okay. So he is now a teaching faculty in Vision IAS. He's taking classes since 2018. Earlier he was in before 2018 he was in Rao IAS. Okay, बहुत senior आदमी है, but you love him. ठीक है क्या? ओके, नाउ कम टू वन इम्पॉर्टेंट पॉइंट, जो सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट हाईलाइट है सिलेबस का। लास्ट पेज दैट मीन्स सेकंड लास्ट पेज। ठीक है, ठीक है। सी दिस वन, जिसके लिए आप लोग दिन रात परेशान रहते हो, है ना, कि अमेंडेड सिलेबस आ गया, ये हो गया, वो हो गया ना। ठीक है, so I'm not undermining the importance of that particular edition into GS paper 1, right? You know that GS paper 1 सबसे ज्यादा GS paper 1 में ही टॉपिक्स ऐड हुआ है, वही पेपर में जो ऑलरेडी मैनेजेबल। हाँ, देख रहे हैं। और इसमें मतलब कुछ नया नहीं। रीजन फिजिकल ज्योग्राफी यू आर स्टडिंग फिजिकल, so you are studying physical India also. And when you are studying India, you are right. Obviously, Northeast Arunachal Pradesh is integral part of India, right? You are bound to study that. But just by mentioning those topics, right, topic separately, now the commission has given you what? Given you a clear-cut direction. Clear-cut direction. Okay. अरे हाँ यार, अब आपको क्या करना है, यहाँ के लिए प्रिपेयर हो जाना है। इफ यू गेटिंग सम क्वेश्चन प्रॉब्लम, जैसे नो डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम हियर, स्कूल से वी शुड बी थैंकफुल टू द कमीशन, हाँ, कि आपने बता दिया कि यहाँ से क्वेश्चन पूछेंगे। अब हम लोग, है ना, उस सिचुएशन को किससे डील करना है। नहीं तो पहले इंडियन ज्योग्राफी लिखा है और नॉर्थ ईस्ट से कोई रोने लगे हम, ये कैसे? अरे जैसे कि नॉर्थ ईस्ट में बंगाल के बाहर है। क्या मजाक है यार। चलिए, तो अब इसका हमने क्या किया, इसका हमने डिवीजन कर दिया फिर से। देखिए, ओरिजिनल सिलेबस यहाँ दिया है, किसी का दिमाग में आ सकता है आपने सिलेबस के साथ छेड़छाड़ कैसे किया। ठीक है ना, तो ये ओरिजिनल दे दिया, जैसे राइट, आई मीन द वे इट हैज बीन एडवर्टाइज, द वे इट हैज बीन राइट, द वे इट हैज बीन अरेंज, ये ओरिजिनल अरेंजमेंट है। इसको हमने क्या किया, अगेन वी डिवाइडेड दैट इन क्लियर कट, right, in clear cut domains, so that we are able to tackle those topics without missing any topic, right? And we are able to develop that sync also, ठीक है, क्योंकि अलग अलग काम करेंगे हम लोग, है ना। मतलब कोई अमितांशु सर कुछ टॉपिक ले रहे हैं, कुछ मैं ले रहा हूँ ना, तो उसमें हमको क्या चाहिए, क्लियर कट बाउंड्री अपना हो जाना चाहिए, so that we are able to cover all the topics and at the same time we develop that coherence also, ठीक है। तो देखिए, आप ये देखिए पहले, टोपोग्राफी, रिवराइन सिस्टम, ट्रांसपोर्ट, नॉर्थ ईस्ट, लोकेशन, लैंड, फिजियोग्राफी, क्लाइमेट, रिसोर्सेस, मिनरल वाटर रिसोर्सेस, राइट, ऑफ नॉर्थ ईस्ट। then then you have uh, uh, that is of Arunachal Pradesh, right? ये वाला तो जो माइंस मिनरल वाटर रिसोर्सेस, right, that is of Arunachal Pradesh, not Northeast, right? Then आप देख सकते हो syllabus is here on the left side, the original syllabus. Then after that I'll be taking some topic of polity, right? I'll be dealing with traditional village council, right, chieftaincy system in Arunachal Pradesh, and then one connected topic to that, which has led to the administrative, right, administrative and political, I would say, the evolution of administrative and political institutions in Arunachal Pradesh. That is based on the recommendation of Dying Hearing Committee. So we'll talk about Dying Hearing Committee. ठीक है, तो ये दो टॉपिक मैंने रखा है, और मेरे ख्याल से मैं रात में सो गया था, तो अमितांशु सर ने 5वां टॉपिक भी ऐड कर दिया, मैकमोहन लाइन। ठीक है, तो ये मेरा पार्ट में नहीं था, इट वाज नॉट कमिटेड, बट स्टिल आई डू इट। ठीक है, कोई उपाय नहीं है तो क्या कर सकते हैं, कोई अगर जबरदस्ती काम कराएगा, करना पड़ेगा ना, है कि नहीं। तो दिस इज योर राइट, दिस योर द टॉपिक आई विल बी टेकिंग। देन रेस्ट यू कैन सी 6 क्लासेस बाय अमितांशु सर, and the two after, right, after relieving one topic to my, right, to my section, after giving one topic extra to me, he is taking extra one class. ठीक है, तो आप समझ सकते हो कि how important these classes are, yes or no. So biodiversity, forest, wildlife, people, history, trade, commerce, economy, ठीक है, social development, social and developmental issues, and then you have, right, the administrative evolution of Arunachal Pradesh, ठीक है, जिसमें नेफा, right, inner line permit, है ना, सारा कुछ, Bengal, right, Bengal Eastern Frontier Regulation Act, all those things, right, Assam track, सारा topic यहाँ आ गया। So all the topics are covered here, and then we'll have the current affair classes, right, current affair classes, right. So this, right, these classes would be in addition to the classes which are mentioned in GS paper 1 syllabus. 55 classes only for the original syllabus, right? then 10 extra classes for the amended syllabus. That means the added topic to the syllabus. So in practically we'll have kitna 65 classes. Okay? These 10 classes would be both in online and offline mode. Okay? So if you want to come, because that would be the time when the PT examination will be very close. We are going to start this on 24th November, right? This part अलग से start होगा, ठीक है? Parallel चलेगा, parallel. तो ये साथ में चल रहा है. And if you don't want to attend both the classes, no problem, right? You can stay at home, right? You'll be having the recorded videos. You'll be seeing the live classes. ठीक है? आपका मर्जी है, right? So that would be open for you. You may or may not, right? You may come to the class, and then also you'll be getting the. It is like you are in the offline mode. You'll be getting all the benefits, all the features of online, right? Online, no, I mean the online classes. I mean the access to the app, the recordings, live classes, ठीक है? लेकिन इसको tendency मत बनाना. मैंने देखा है कि the online, right? That online platform has become more popular now, right? मतलब अपना स्टूडेंट लोग के बारे में बोल, ठीक है? क्योंकि उनको मुझे देखना अच्छा नहीं लगा, तो घर में बैठना चाहते, ठीक है? अरे भाई, ठीक है, ठीक है, मतलब it's good that we had that intention of hybrid classes. Why? Because we wanted to serve those, right? Those of our students who are living in the outpost area. They are serving in some department. They cannot attend the offline classes. ठीक है? उनके लिए तो ठीक है. But I mean, surprising fact is what those who are in Itanagar, they don't want to come. हाँ, उधर लाइब्रेरी में बैठ के उधर मोबाइल में हमको देख रहे हैं छुप के. हाँ, क्यों भाई? हाँ. So this is what you have to keep in mind, that these 10 classes are extra. Rest that is over from my side. So thank you for listening me presently. Now over to the sir. You have question? You raise your hand. अच्छा ऐसे सीधा हो रहा है. Thank you. So I have my classmate. Thank you.
Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. So, see, broadly, GS paper 1 has 3 subjects. Okay, it is history, society, and geography. बस ये 3 सब्जेक्ट है जिसका वजह से आपको GS1 याद रखना है ना. Now, geography, Rajiv sir will be taking. You know this fact. And the resources wala part, Ramnik sir will be taking. Clear? Forget it. Forget about them. Now, history has 3 things. First is modern Indian history, that is from 1757 to 1947 to 2024, right? मॉडर्न हिस्ट्री में तीनों आ गया, मतलब 1757 से हम लोग को पढ़ना है बैटल ऑफ प्लासी का बाद. क्लियर? नाउ माय फ्रेंड, सो हिस्ट्री हैज मॉडर्न एंड पोस्ट इंडिपेंडेंस आल्सो. एक हिस्ट्री हो गया मॉडर्न इंडियन हिस्ट्री. सेकंड हिस्ट्री है वर्ल्ड हिस्ट्री, ठीक. और थर्ड हिस्ट्री का टॉपिक है आर्ट एंड कल्चर. तो ये 3 हिस्ट्री में ये 3 ब्रॉड टॉपिक्स पढ़ने हैं अंडर द सब्जेक्ट हिस्ट्री. All these 3 topics, modern history, world history, and art and culture, will be taken by Sanjay sir. Fine. In the month of November. Full stop. Story over. Now comes the Indian society part. या जिसको हम लोग society part बोलते हैं. So I will be taking the society part starting Monday. Getting it? So this paper will be started by me. I will be taking Indian society. We'll be starting GS paper 1 with Indian society, with 9 classes that has been given there. Okay, so before that, before we start this, I just want to make sure that we are aware of the syllabus, and alongside the syllabus we are also aware about the previous year question that has been asked. Okay, especially in Arunachal Pradesh PCS examination 2020. Once we start with the classes on Monday, the notes that we will be getting, everyone will get the notes that we will be getting, the first society notes, उसमें there will be a previous year question of UPSC also, especially of 2023 and 2024, right? Baki UPSC ka previous year question, it is expected that you all should have. Getting it? So either you have a soft copy or you can buy it from the bookstores. But please have a UPSC previous year question, at least 5-6 साल का question आपके पास होना पड़ेगा. Because again, as sir said, UPSC हर साल हो रहा है ना, so we cannot only limit ourselves to this particular examination, that is APPSC only. Fine. Now, so this is clear. Before we start to deal with the subject Indian society that we have to study in GS paper 1, few things I want to clear. First, अगर आप हिंदी में बोल रहा है, राइट, अगर आप ऑफलाइन ज्वाइन करते हैं, you will have features of both offline and online. Clear? किसी दिन नहीं आए, there is recording available. If you are an online student, you have a feature of online. Fine. But if you are offline, you are allowed to come here, obviously, right? But you are not also welcome to stay at home. But again, my friend, यहाँ का माहौल, online का माहौल, both are different. Fine. Now, secondly, what about the recorded videos? कब तक रहेगा recorded videos? ये भी एक question आता है ना, क्योंकि we don't live in the present, we live in the future. So recorded videos, यहाँ पे mention that recorded videos will be there till April month, April 2025. या जब भी आपका मेंस एग्जामिनेशन होगा तब तक the videos will be there. How many times you can play? One video can be played 99 times. अब अगर 99 times देखना पड़ गया, मतलब खत्म, राइट? एक वीडियो तो कितना 2-3 बार ही तो देखिएगा, 5 बार देख लीजिएगा. 99 टाइम्स मींस अनलिमिटेड टाइम्स हो गया, उसका मतलब you can watch it unlimited times. How you can attend the classes? Via laptop, via MacBook if you have, or via the Android phones, right? गरीब वाला जो फोन है उससे आप देख सकते हैं. Recordings को you can watch the recordings at 2x speed, YouTube वाला, right? So 1.5x, 2x, 2.5x पे you can watch this. So these are some basic information related to the batches, right? Online portal, ये portal, वो portal. Difference क्या है online offline में? Printed materials will be given only to the offline students. Getting it? And online में soft copy provide किया जाएगा PDF का, self help उसमें आपको करना पड़ेगा. Is it fine? Third thing about the answer writing thing. Answer writing GS1 mains module. The moment we join mains module, the first thing that we are concerned is about the answer writing. But the moment we start answer writing, well, VKB वाला English निकलने लगता है, right? Rain happening, you coming, going, right? So this is one such problem which is you are bound to face. But again, what is the frequency of answers? The frequency is we will be writing mostly the previous year questions of UPSC of the last 5-6 years. Obviously, APPSC is included there, but only एक ही बार हुआ है paper, so we don't have much. So last 5-6 years का UPSC previous year questions will be our target. We will be practicing that in a week. Every week we will be practicing that, and there will be model answers provided to that. After each subject is covered, जैसे 3 subjects are there: sociology, society, geography, and history. After each subject is covered, there will be a sectional test. There will be maybe 10 questions, right? 15 questions, depending on that. 10 questions का एक sectional test होगा. And after this entire GS1 is over, after the prelims only, because prelims के पहले तो कोई test देने आएगा नहीं, right? So after this entire GS1 is over, there will be one full length, right, comprehensive test of GS paper 1. But that test will not be a formality, because we will not keep a date कि उस दिन कोई आए नहीं test देने. Getting it? For that, participation has to be there, because then only you'll be getting to know this fact. Is it fine? Is it clear? So all these small things are clear. Now please ask if there is any others other than academic queries that you want to ask, so that now we'll proceed briefly to this 5-6 minutes thing, because see, we will not discuss the society syllabus now in detail. Mondays we will start, but few things I have to say. So if you have any question, you can please ask now. Please. Okay. क्या बोले? हर वीक में हम लोग, जैसे सोसाइटी है, इंडियन सोसाइटी से इन द लास्ट 5 years around 35 questions are there. So we will practice all those 35 questions, right, in society itself. Main हमारा practice होगा UPSC previous year question, because society है, we all know that questions will be repeated, and we all know that बहुत easy topic है, but again once we start writing कुल मिला के women, gender, poverty, गरीबी, भूखमरी, unemployment के अलावा no other key terms we remember. Indian society very easy to understand, right? But what are the keywords that we know? We know nothing. Nah, there is very much garibi. We have to solve that garibi. Government is doing something, but we also should do something. Come on, this will not work. Fine. Two things are important in Indian society part. First is static question are asked. This is the first feature of Indian society. How, why? हम लोग इसमें we will see now. Okay. In the last page of this PDF, I will share for the online students. Wait for 1 minute. There is this APPSC 2020 mains GS paper 1 question paper, right? That has been there 2020 का. We will just see the questions. उसमें हम लोग थोड़ा सा देखेंगे and the number of questions that we will be seeing. But before that, the features is very important. Society say static questions are asked, means can be prepared very easily in advance, right? ये ऐसा picnic है जिसमें we can prepare the lunch at home and just we have to write it in the examination. Second thing is factual questions are not asked, okay, from Indian society. Factual question नहीं पूछेंगे, जैसे what are cloud burst, right? उसके बाद कोई data आपसे they will not ask you, but they will ask you the observance, observing nature का question पूछा जाएगा factual से. जैसे a question they asked in UPSC कि the sex ratio of scheduled tribe is better than the sex ratio of scheduled caste in India. Fine. अभी आपसे ये नहीं पूछ रहे हैं कि what is the sex ratio of scheduled tribe, what is the sex ratio of scheduled caste. No, they are just asking what are the reasons for a better sex ratio of scheduled tribe in comparison to the scheduled caste. Good question, right? How will you explain? पता है एक ही लाइन सबको, गाजाबाद सबको पता है ना, कुल मिला के एक ही बात बोलेगा, और बाकी 4 पॉइंट कहां से आएगा? Problem? We know this subject is easy ना, but easiest subject are very difficult to conquer. And my friend, you will not believe it, if society से UPSC का जो पैटर्न है, minimum 4 maximum 5 questions have been asked over the last 10 years, from 2013 to 2023. Minimum 4 question का means 12.5 marks का 1 question is there. So it means 12 4 जा 48. So around 50 marks का question is asked from Indian society. Come to APPSC. Indian society सबसे easy, सबसे difficult to write, सबसे easy to understand. Everybody thinks that he is a sociologist. Yes or no? अरे हम सब we all are sociologists ना. अपना गांव के बारे में तो we all are sociologists. सब हम लोग जानते हैं ना. We know that. But once we are about to write, हम लोग गिल जाता है दोस्त. Right? Now see, APPSC में please open the last page of this PDF. I'll just share it on the screen. Last page निकालिए. Just a minute. Okay, in the last page, can you see question number, first you please see question number 6. Please see question number 6, everyone. Analyze the long struggle of women's advancement in India from subordination to gender equality. Fine? Yes or no? Question hai, analyze the long struggle of women's advancement in India from subordination to gender equality. It means there must be a time period where women were subordinated. Fine. अब वो कौन सा टाइम पीरियड था? Which time period? लगता तो आज भी है वैसे ही. Yes or no? This question is asking from where? So maybe we have to find some stories from ancient Indian history, some from medieval chronologically, and from medieval we have to go to modern. फिर आज के टाइम में हम लोग बोलेंगे जेंडर इक्वालिटी हो गया, बट क्या एक्चुअली में हुआ है? नहीं हुआ है तो, राइट? बट स्टिल द क्वेश्चन इज आस्किंग कि अभी हो गया है, पास्ट में नहीं था. यू हैव टू गिव रीजंस. So we have to write our answers as per the question. But this question, please read it again. Question number 6. Analyze the long struggle of women's advancement in India from subordination to gender equality. What are the key terms? Women, gender, right? Please open the syllabus in page number 2 of Indian society. What is the syllabus of Indian society? सबसे पहला, salient features of Indian society. गॉट इट? नेक्स्ट, डाइवर्सिटी ऑफ इंडिया, 2 टॉपिक्स आ गया फर्स्ट यूनिट में. सेकंड, रोल ऑफ वुमेन एंड वुमेन्स ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, कॉमा, पॉपुलेशन एंड एसोसिएटेड इश्यूज, पॉवर्टी एंड डेवलपमेंटल इश्यूज, अर्बनाइजेशन प्रॉब्लम्स एंड रेमेडीज. 3-4 की टर्म सामने मिल गया दोस्त. क्या? सबसे पहला वुमेन का प्रॉब्लम, उसके बाद पॉपुलेशन का प्रॉब्लम आएगा, क्वेश्चन पॉपुलेशन से रिलेटेड कुछ प्रॉब्लम आएगा. थर्ड टॉपिक है पॉवर्टी, चौथा टॉपिक है अर्बनाइजेशन. फाइन. सो यूनिट नंबर 2 हैज 4 ब्रॉड टॉपिक्स में, वुमेन, population, development and urbanization, poverty and urbanization. Four topics are there. Very simply 4 topics are clear. Come to point number 3, unit number 3 मतलब society में. What is there? Effect of globalization on Indian society. Topic number 5, globalization on Indian society. Come to topic 6, social empowerment, communalism, regionalism and secularism. Every examination, my friend, from this unit number 3, one question is as it is asked. You go to refer UPSC, you go and refer APPSC. चाहे कम्युनलिज्म से पूछेंगे क्वेश्चन, स्टैटिक, सिंपल, कॉजेज, फैक्टर्स, रीजन, ट्रेंड, और they will ask you from regionalism. What is regionalism? Regionalism means once you are very much aligned with your particular region, अपना रीजन से लेके आपको बहुत प्यार हो गया, जैसे बिहारी हैं तो बिहारी हैं, राइट? अंदर का आदमी लोग को बाहर का आदमी लोग आके कैसे बोल देगा ना, रीजन. हम गुजराती, रीजन हो गया, राइट? असम हो गए तो उस रीजन से हो गया, असम में है तब तक तो भाई हम दादा है. मींस रीजन का डिमांड सोसाइटी को, या सोसाइटी कैसे रीजन को, कौन एक दूसरे का मिरर है, दिस थिंग दैट इज रीजनलिज्म. और लास्ट में आता है सेक्युलरिज्म. इट इज अ फेवरेट टॉपिक फॉर ऑल ऑफ अस. Out of these 4 topics in unit number 3, empowerment, communalism, regionalism and secularism, every year one question is there. But again, easy है, क्यों? क्योंकि हम लोग प्रिपेयर कर सकता है इसको. देख के इजी लग रहा है, टॉपिक बहुत आसान है ना, बट वही है, गाजा आंसर लिखने से फायदा नहीं है, कुछ मेहनत करना पड़ेगा इसमें. तो स्टैटिक है टॉपिक, इंडियन सोसाइटी इज स्टैटिक टॉपिक. नाउ प्लीज सी क्वेश्चन नंबर, नीचे आइए, कम टू क्वेश्चन नंबर 7. सी क्वेश्चन नंबर 7. Comment on the view that the globalization has marginalized and further alienated the farmer from farming. टॉपिक क्या था सिलेबस में? इफेक्ट ऑफ ग्लोबलाइजेशन ऑन इंडियन सोसाइटी. इंडियन सोसाइटी में हु कम्स? ऑल द वल्नरेबल पीपल. भाई मेन के बारे में तो नहीं पूछेगा ना, मेन आर नॉट वल्नरेबल. फाइन. सो जनरली सोसाइटी में वल्नरेबल कौन है? जो भी बचपन से हम लोग पढ़ते आए हैं, महिलाएं, एट एवरी स्टेज ऑफ देयर लाइफ. Yes or no? What is the life cycle understanding of women? Once they are born, infanticide का प्रॉब्लम, लड़की थोड़ी बड़ी हुई, घर में नहीं पढ़ाने का प्रॉब्लम, राइट? चाइल्ड मैरिज का प्रॉब्लम, शादी होने के बाद आफ्टर गिविंग बर्थ टू बेबीज, राइट, एलिनेशन का प्रॉब्लम, फाइनेंशियल डिपेंडेंस का प्रॉब्लम, बूढ़ा होने के बाद अलग प्रॉब्लम. सो वुमेन आर अंडर कांस्टेंट प्रॉब्लम्स फ्रॉम बर्थ टिल द सीनियर सिटीजन एज और टिल द डेथ स्टेज, राइट? तो वन टॉपिक इज देयर. अब सोसाइटी में दूसरा वल्नरेबल पार्ट कौन है? ट्राइबल्स, राइट, फार्मर्स, चिल्ड्रन, ट्रांसजेंडर्स. करंट अफेयर्स का टॉपिक है, लेकिन इंडियन सोसाइटी पूछ दिया, तो इंडियन सोसाइटी का मतलब हो गया कि ग्लोबलाइजेशन का इंडिया के शेड्यूल कास्ट, शेड्यूल ट्राइब, फार्मर्स, चिल्ड्रन, वुमेन का ऊपर व्हाट काइंड ऑफ इंपैक्ट कुड बी पॉसिबल. सो एक इंपैक्ट आ गया, इंडियन सोसाइटी सिलेबस में है, बट द क्वेश्चन हैज बीन आस्क्ड फ्रॉम द फार्मर्स. तो इंडियन फार्मर का ग्लोबलाइजेशन पे क्या इंपैक्ट हुआ, या ग्लोबलाइजेशन का इंडियन फार्मर का ऊपर क्या इंपैक्ट हुआ. बट फॉर दैट वी हैव टू नो ग्लोबलाइजेशन, राइट, व्हेन इट स्टार्टेड इनटू इंडिया. और इंडिया के बारे में, ऐसा नहीं है कि वर्ल्ड के बारे में, राइट? सो दिस इज एन इंडिया स्पेसिफिक पेपर, इंडियन सोसाइटी. नाउ प्लीज सी क्वेश्चन नंबर 8. क्वेश्चन नंबर 8 is directly picked, don't you think, from the 4th unit, from the last unit of social Indian society, social empowerment. सिलेबस में था, देखिए, social empowerment is essentially a political discourse in India. Political discourse का मतलब, what is the meaning of political discourse? Political discourse means चुनाव social empowerment के नाम पे होते हैं, राइट? चुनाव में सोशल एम्पावरमेंट क्या है? महिलाओं के लिए आपके मैनिफेस्टो में, इलेक्शन मैनिफेस्टो में क्या है, राइट? व्हाट यू हैव फॉर द vulnerable poor sections of the society in your political manifesto, political poll, right? To understand this, सिलेबस में क्वेश्चन मत समझिए. सिलेबस में देखिए कि सिलेबस में सोशल एम्पावरमेंट इज मेंशन्ड and a question is directly picked in the previous year examination. Fine. Now 6, 7, 8. Then you please see question number 9. Communalism directly picked. Yes or no? From the syllabus. Communalism is a modern political construct. मतलब आज के जमाने का प्रॉब्लम है which emerged as a reaction to a particular view of India's past. मतलब इंडिया को हम लोग एक ही नजर से देख रहे थे. आज के डेट में communalism is there. बहुत मुश्किल लग रहा है पढ़ के अभी, पर वो ऑब्जेक्टिव नहीं है ना. इतना जानने से तो आपको यहाँ नहीं आना था. हम आपको क्या बताना चाह रहे हैं? आई वॉन्ट टू टेल यू दैट द क्वेश्चंस आर पिक्ड फ्रॉम द सिलेबस. हाउ मेनी क्वेश्चंस टिल नाउ? 4. रीड क्वेश्चन नंबर 5. एक्सप्लेन हाउ intersectionality operates between cultural diversity and contemporary identity politics in India. Now this is an overlapping subject with post-independence history and Indian society. Getting it? But this is the topic of Indian post-independence Indian history. मतलब 1947 के बाद का जो इंडिया है उसका हिस्ट्री है यहाँ. Now, please come to question number 16 and 17, everyone. 16 and 17 पे आइए. Explain the reasons for the domination of regional identity conditioning the discourse of Indian politics. Means how regionalism in India is impacting Indian politics. जैसे बिहार में लालू यादव, you know, right? So Lalu Yadav's party became important to make the prime ministers, right? Yes or no? Regional party है वो. नीतीश कुमार, जनता दल यूनाइटेड, सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट में गवर्नमेंट बनाने के लिए became important. Fine. तो रीजनल आइडेंटिटी पॉलिटिक्स मींस दिस क्वेश्चन इज फ्रॉम द रीजनलिज्म कि इंडिया में रीजनलिज्म इतना स्ट्रांग हो गया जैसे असम गणो परिषद है, एजीपी. फाइन. स्टूडेंट पॉलिटिकल विंग है, वो कैसे एक रीजन को इतना स्ट्रांग बना देता है कि इन पॉलिटिक्स दैट स्टार्ट प्लेइंग अ रोल. व्हाट वी हैव टू राइट हियर? वी हैव टू राइट ओनली एग्जांपल्स, नथिंग एल्स. 150 वर्ड्स इज नॉट टू मच माय फ्रेंड. 150 वर्ड कितना होता है एग्जाम? यू नो दिस. यू विल बी गिवन 2 white sheets to write your answers. इसमें और इसमें, these are the only 2 spaces you will be given for 150 marks. मतलब 150 वर्ड आपको सिर्फ ये 2 साइड में लिखना पड़ेगा. ये व्हाइट शीट है, उसमें भी there will be box made. Fine. So how many questions please count? अगर स्ट्रिक्टली हम लोग इंडियन सोसाइटी का क्वेश्चन काउंट करें तो 4 + 2 6, राइट? 5 6 7 8 एंड नहीं 6 7 8 9 and 16 and 17. 6 questions are there from Indian society. Getting it? My friend, out of 20 questions, 6 are from Indian society. और 6 Indian societies होने का मतलब हो गया 40 + 30 70 marks question. Getting it? ये maximum limit हो गया ये. But the normal limit is always above 50 marks. 50 marks तो minimum society से आता ही है question. तो 50 marks society से आता है, easy topic है. But the diversity and the depth that we have to cover is more important here. Fine. You're getting it? अब आता है सवाल, what sources you have to refer in Indian society, or what you have to do before coming for the first class on Monday. Syllabus is clear. The first thing that you have to do is memorize the syllabus. Syllabus has 3 units. Fine. Indian society का syllabus has 3 units. First unit is features of Indian society. This is the first unit. पहले तो हम लोग क्या करना पड़ेगा? इंडियन सोसाइटी का हिस्ट्री में थोड़ा जाना पड़ेगा और इंडियन सोसाइटी का क्या 10 फीचर है, 15 फीचर है, वी हैव टू सी दैट. आउट ऑफ दोस फीचर्स अ क्वेश्चन विल बी आस्क्ड. मैट्रिलिनियल सोसाइटी है कि नहीं, राइट? पैट्रियार्कल सोसाइटी है क्या? पैरोकियलिज्म है क्या? क्या होता है पैरोकियलिज्म? गेटिंग इट? तो ये फीचर देखना पड़ेगा और इंडियन सोसाइटी को इंडिया के अलग अलग पार्ट में जो सोसाइटल सोशल स्ट्रक्चर है उसको एज इट इज पुट करना पड़ेगा. पहले तो फीचर समझना. ये दिस द मोस्ट वाइड टॉपिक, राइट? द फर्स्ट टॉपिक दैट इज देयर. सेकेंड टॉपिक है वुमेन, पॉवर्टी, अर्बनाइजेशन, पॉपुलेशन, राइट? ये 4 टॉपिक है सेकेंड वाले में. यानी अगर सिलेबस डिटेल है तो लाइफ इज इजी. इफ सिलेबस इज नॉट डिटेल, लाइफ इज डिफिकल्ट. बट सोसाइटी में सिलेबस इज इजी, लाइफ विल नॉट बी डिफिकल्ट एट ऑल. लाइफ डिफिकल्ट होता है ज्योग्राफी में जाकर, लाइफ डिफिकल्ट होता है वर्ल्ड हिस्ट्री में जाकर, वेयर द सिलेबस इज स्मॉल, एरिया इज वाइड. हमारा लाइफ डिफिकल्ट होगा सिर्फ एक टॉपिक में, द फीचर्स ऑफ इंडियन सोसाइटी. प्रोवाइडेड आप लोग नहीं सक रहा है तो, बट अगेन एज वी ऑल आर सोशियोलॉजिस्ट, सो अपने दिमाग का जो बैगेज है, कुएं का जो मेढक हम लोग है हर जगह का ना, उस शैडो से बस वी हैव टू कम आउट ऑफ दैट शैडो. फाइन. So from Monday, you have to count 9 classes. Getting it? We'll be covering these 3 units in 9 classes starting from Monday. Fine. We are starting with Indian society. After Indian society, जान के कोई फायदा नहीं है, but again, geography will start. Fine. And at last, history will be done. Simple. ध्यान है? Now, last date of this course is 5th December. But as sir said, maximum to maximum, we will stretch it till 8th December. Okay. Now, one more very important point which I want to tell everyone. This is 55 classes. Fine. Khatam. अब देखिए. Once this is 55 classes, so this will go on till 5th December. But from 24th November to 10th December, we will be launching a special batch for Northeast and Arunachal Special. Fine, the newly added topics. ये separate batch होगा इसमें, but you don't have to take admission in this. It is complimentary provided to you free. Reason is, इसमें we'll be covering the Arunachal Special part जो add हुआ है, Northeast Special part जो add हुआ है for prelims as well as mains both. Getting it? So आपको नहीं join करना है, but this will be a batch. So from 24th November there will be 2 classes for GS1 in a day. आप इसमें मन करे तो बैठिए, मन करे तो ऑनलाइन देखिए, बट दिस विल बी प्रोवाइडेड टू यू. इज दिस कंफ्यूजन क्लियर? जो स्टूडेंट सिर्फ नॉर्थ ईस्ट में एडमिशन लेना चाहते हैं, ओनली दे हैव टू टेक एडमिशन हियर, राइट? ऑल द इनरोल्ड स्टूडेंट्स एट सर्विस एकेडमी, उनको फ्री कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री एक्सेस इसका मिलेगा इस बैच का. दिस इज नॉट चार्जेबल, ओनली चार्जेबल फॉर दोज हु हैव नॉट बीन एनरोल्ड एंड दे वांट ओनली एनरोलमेंट इन दिस पार्ट. ओके, नाउ सी हियर. So 55 classes आपका normal है. How many classes are there? 15 classes. सर ने 10 गलत बोल दिया. 11 classes is for Arunachal and Northeast. Plus 4 more classes are there for prelims, current affairs only, right? Which I'll be taking. So technically 70. Okay. Prelims का current affair last का 4 दिन I'll be taking it. Notes भी आपको दिया जाएगा. Okay. Small notes. 15 क्वेश्चन आएगा प्रीलिम्स में करंट अफेयर से, 8 से ज्यादा किसी से नहीं बनेगा, राइट? जस्ट मेक श्योर दैट वी नो 7-8 क्वेश्चंस इन करंट अफेयर्स नॉट. सो दिस कोर्स इज क्लियर. वी आर गोइंग टू कवर नॉर्थ ईस्ट, बट नॉट इन दिस बैच, इन अ सेपरेट ऑनलाइन बैच. और ये अभी आप लोग मान लीजिए प्रीलिम्स का पहले नहीं भी देखा है, तो आफ्टर प्रीलिम्स आल्सो यू कैन गो एंड वॉच दिस वीडियोस. दीस वीडियोस विल बी देयर, उसका चिंता नहीं करना है. ओके, फाइन. सो मंडे वी आर गोइंग टू स्टार्ट विथ सोसाइटी पार्ट. व्हाट यू हैव टू डू एट होम? सिलेबस एंड प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन. ये 2 दिन सैटरडे संडे यूपीएससी का प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन पिछले 5-6 साल का कम से कम आप उसको नेट से निकालिए, ढूंढिए, बुक स्टोर्स में खरीदिए और फिर उसको देख के आइए. हर क्लास के पहले सिर्फ इंडियन सोसाइटी है. जस्ट मेक दिस, जस्ट नो एन आइडिया, और मैच करना है कि भाई सिलेबस से क्वेश्चन आ रहा है ना नहीं आ रहा है. बस कौन सा टॉपिक आ रहा है, ये तीनों यूनिट है, बस कुछ है नहीं. इन 3 यूनिट से कौन सा यूनिट से दिस क्वेश्चन इज देयर, दिस इज ऑल आई वांट यू टू डू. And my friend, you will get a very new perspective once we start the features of Indian society, right? De-link, relink, de-link, relink, right? Whatever knowledge you have, उस knowledge को थोड़ा और expansion होगा, और उस knowledge के साथ हम लोग थोड़ा सा आगे बढ़ेगा उस line. और जहां जहां wherever I'll be able to know, I'll be guiding it, linking it with the Arunachal Pradesh special part itself. Fine. उसमें we will have a two-way communication, because बहुत सारा पार्ट में I might also err. तो उस केस में some features of Arunachal साथ ही साथ हल्का फुल्का चलेगा, बट डिटेल में तो हम लोग इस बैच में इसको कवर करेंगे. Are you getting it? Fine. Now in Arunachal Pradesh syllabus, इकोनॉमी का भी सिलेबस है, ट्रेड एंड कॉमर्स ऑफ नॉर्थ ईस्ट एंड अरुणाचल प्रदेश. फाइन. So that is the syllabus of GS paper 3, but again that will also be covered here only. So this is the most important batch जिसका चिंता आप लोगों को नहीं करना है. ठीक है? Are you getting it? Everything is planned and sorted. बस मंडे को अपने आप को कैरी करके यहाँ ले आना. फाइन. 5 दिन तक. अच्छा, दूसरी बात बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट, डोंट वरी अबाउट टेकिंग एडमिशंस, डोंट बी इन अ हरी. नेक्स्ट वीक मंडे से लेकर सैटरडे तक 6 क्लासेस होते हैं. For the first 5-6 classes, you can attend this course without taking admission. ठीक, हिंदी में आप फ्री में 5 दिन का क्लास कर सकता है स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम मंडे. हड़बड़ाना नहीं है ना, नहीं तो जिने तिने हो जाएगा बात. डोंट रश, अंडरस्टैंड द सिलेबस. सकेगा नहीं सकेगा. ठीक, प्रीलिम्स जब नजदीक आएगा, देखिए अभी से प्रीलिम्स का तैयारी तो करना चाहिए ना. if you prepare from now, there is October पूरा and November पूरा month. If you start preparation from October, obviously 8 घंटा पढ़ना पड़ेगा. अगर आप नहीं शुरू करते हैं अक्टूबर से, कैन यू स्टिल प्रिपेयर फॉर प्रीलिम्स? यस. जब आप नवंबर से शुरू करेंगे तो 12 घंटा पढ़ना पड़ेगा. कैन यू स्टार्ट प्रिपरेशन फॉर प्रीलिम्स इन दिसंबर? यस. 16 घंटा पढ़ना पड़ेगा हर डे. तो तैयारी जो है प्रीलिम्स का हो जाएगा बाद. बट दिस, ये पेपर ध्यान रखना है दोस्त, सबसे बड़ा रोड ब्लॉक था लास्ट ईयर. 300 लोग सेलेक्ट होना था. 1300 स्टूडेंट्स गेव द मेंस एग्जामिनेशन. 1300, राइट. 300 स्टूडेंट्स को सिलेक्ट होना ही था कैसे भी. इसमें पास नहीं हुआ लोग. व्हाट इज द पासिंग मार्क्स हियर? एनी आइडिया? 250 मार्क्स का पेपर दिस इज, राइट. नाउ इग्नोर माय हिंदी. व्हाई आई एम सेइंग हिंदी? बिकॉज अभी तो नया नया आया है, तो आप लोग सुनिए. Obviously the classes will not be in Hindi. Little bit फालतू बात will be in Hindi only. 250 मार्क्स का दिस पेपर इज. व्हाट इज द पासिंग मार्क्स जो आपका सीनियर लोग नहीं ला सका? किस वजह से नहीं ला सका? See the question paper, you will understand that. What is the passing marks? Anyone? Just tell me the number. Out of 250, कितना? जैसे CSET में passing mark is 67. The moment you score 67, you qualify. इसमें कितना लाना पड़ेगा ताकि आपको, मतलब आपका नंबर जोड़ा जाए? Tell me. वो तो बताइए. 120, 110, 150, 160, 100, 66. हाउ मच मार्क्स आपको स्कोर करना था? देखिए मेंस में 2020 का मेंस में 1300 स्टूडेंट्स अपीयर्ड इन द मेंस एग्जाम. ओके, 1300 लोग मेंस लिखा है. 100 सीट्स है, सम 106 सीट्स आर देयर. सो टेक्निकली इसका 3 टाइम्स हर कमीशन लेता है, इंटरव्यू लेता है 300 लोगों. 300 लोगों को कम से कम हर पेपर में पास करना है. इंडिविजुअल पेपर में हैव टू क्रॉस दैट कट ऑफ मार्क्स. तो कट ऑफ मार्क्स फॉर जीएस पेपर इज 84, 83.84 मानिए आप. ठीक, बस 84 मार्क्स. और 84 प्लस, माय फ्रेंड, सम ओनली 140 कैंडिडेट्स कुड गेट. हर पेपर में लाना पड़ेगा 84 एंड अबव. 84 छोड़िए आपने, इसको आप मानो 85. ठीक है, मतलब मिनिमम 85 आपको लाना पड़ेगा, तब जाके आपका पेपर कंसिडर होगा. तो बस 140 कैंडिडेट्स थे जो हर पेपर में 85 प्लस लाए. 84 प्लस 84 एग्जैक्ट हो गया. रफली आई एम सेइंग दिस इज द नेचर. क्या था इस पेपर में भाई? वो पेपर आपके पीडीएफ में लास्ट में आपको जो हैंडआउट्स मिला है उसके लास्ट पेज. एंड सब लोगों का ग्रेवयार्ड बनाइए जीएस पेपर 1. एवरीवन, ये लोग सब कोई इसमें गेला है जीएस 1. दिस इज द ग्रेवयार्ड, the last page. Why? You look at the question of world history. You look at the question of some key terms which only student of few optional subjects know. सोसाइटी का क्वेश्चन देखिए, 7 क्वेश्चंस आर देयर माय फ्रेंड. ऐसे ही सोसाइटी में नहीं समझ में आता क्या लिखेगा लिखते समय. इफ आई आस्क यू टू राइट 5 लाइन्स ऑन काउ, राइट, आप लिखिए और खुद पे आपको हंसी. काउ छोड़िए, डॉग पे लिखिए. डॉग पे, डॉग तो बहुत प्यारा है. तो यू राइट 5 लाइन्स ऑन डॉग. घर जाके अभी मत लिखिए, आप बोले क्या ना, खुद से लिखिएगा डॉग पे जाके. आप उसमें अगर नहीं, आपको 2 लाइन आप नहीं समझ पाओगे आप कैसे लिखना है उसको, क्या लिखोगे. यू विल नॉट बी एबल टू राइट इट. आई एम गारंटिंग यू. फनी बात नहीं है ये. अरे आदत नहीं है तो डॉग पे आपको क्या लिखना पड़ेगा? व्हाट यू विल राइट ऑन 5 लाइन्स अबाउट डॉग. स्टार्टिंग अगर हम लोग कर रहे हैं, सपोज द फर्स्ट टॉपिक, चलिए डॉग का आपको खराब लग रहा है ना सुन के. सपोज इफ आई गिव यू अ टॉपिक इंडियन फार्मर. ओके, इंडियन फार्मर 5 लाइन आपको लिखना है. यू टेक 10 सेकेंड्स, 15 सेकेंड्स. पहला लाइन आपका क्या होगा बस मेरे को वो बताओ. टॉपिक इज इंडियन फार्मर. जस्ट हैव टू राइट 5 लाइन. थिंक फॉर द फर्स्ट लाइन इन 10-15 सेकेंड्स. थिंक टिक टिक 1 सोचिए 10 सेकंड सोचिए इंडियन फार्मर के बारे में बस एक एक लाइन पूछेंगे हम आपसे क्या होगा आपके रिटर्न आंसर में ऐसे में व्हाट विल बी द फर्स्ट लाइन ऑफ इंडियन फार्मर थिंक आराम से 10 सेकंड हम कुछ नहीं बोलेगा ओके ओसम पहला लाइन बोलिए Indian farmers are the backbone of production which contributes 17% 70% in Indian economy production ज्ञाति पहला लाइन बोलिए सुनिए बोलिए पहला लाइन सेम होगा तो सेम लिखने के लिए चांदनी होटल जाना पड़ेगा तो खुद से भी तो बोलना है ना सेम टू सेम एज रोल नंबर 10489 ना वाह फर्स्ट लाइन बोलिए पेस्टिसाइड आप हीरो लैक्टिसाइड नहीं आपको नहीं घड़ी जो दिखा रहे हैं नया नया घड़ी नया बताइए कष्ट हो रहा है कि नहीं दुख हो रहा है दिक्कत हो रहा है यही प्रॉब्लम है इंडियन सोसाइटी के टॉपिक्स का यू जस्ट डोंट नो वेयर टू स्टार्ट इफ आई आस्क यू टू राइट अ लाइन ऑन द प्राइम मिनिस्टर एंड द प्रेसिडेंट इजी है ना आपको बोल देगा पार्लियामेंट का डिक्लाइन के बारे में लिखिए व्हाई द पार्लियामेंट इज इन अ डिक्लाइन व्हाट सॉल्यूशंस कैन बी गिवन टू द पार्लियामेंट इजी बिकॉज वी नो द फैक्ट्स वी नो द आर्टिकल्स ना कैसे लिखेगा ना इंडियन फार्मर पे क्या पूछता होगा जैसे उस समय क्या है इकोनॉमी में एक्सपर्ट है तो इकोनॉमी वाला लाइन बोल दिया राइट केमिकल इंजीनियर है तो पेस्टिसाइड के बारे में बोल दिए दिमाग में पहले वही आया बायसनेस ऑब्वियसली इंडियन सोसाइटी इज डिफिकल्ट this is the reason it is difficult we know this but we can't write that are you getting that so first topic that we are going to see on Monday is features of Indian society what exactly do we mean by the term Indian society what Indian society ka features is there how these features differ in different parts of the country but what are some common features that are there out of those common features we are going to explain those common features one by one getting it so Monday we start my friend this I wanted you to explain फाइन सो सेशन को इतना ही रहने देगा मंडे को हम लोग करेगा कोई चिंता नहीं करना है हड़बड़ाना नहीं है आराम से क्लास बैठना है देखना है ईटानगर बैठने से ऑफलाइन आइए ठीक है ईटानगर नहीं होने से यू कैन डू ऑनलाइन ऑनलाइन इज एज गुड एज ऑफलाइन गेटिंग इट बट आस्क एनी क्वेश्चंस इफ यू हैव बिफोर वी कॉल ऑफ दिस पर्टिकुलर सेशन टाइमिंग होगा 1 to 3:30 ओनली फ्रॉम मंडे बोलिए प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन पेपर पीडीएफ मिल जाएगा और एक नया ही बुक स्टोर है नीचे में वो लोग सिर्फ मुखर्जी नगर वाला वाइब्स निकाल के खोला है यूपीएससी वाला ही बुक्स वगैरह वहां पे है एक बार वहां जाके देख लीजिए वो लोग बस पता नहीं है कि नहीं वहां से देख सकते हैं पीडीएफ है पीडीएफ नेट पे मिल जाएगा बहुत सारा बस 5 साल का क्वेश्चन देखना है यूपीएससी की वेबसाइट पे जाइए 5 years का क्वेश्चन पेपर डाउनलोड कर लीजिए बस ये भी कर सकते हैं बट एक बुक होना है सबके पास धीरे धीरे हो जाए अमेजोन से मंगा लो आप फ्लिपकार्ट से मंगा लो कहीं से मंगा लो वो प्रीवियस से जरूरी है यूपीएससी को टारगेट करिए बस ये लोग तो चलते रहेगा साथ हो जाएगा सोर्सेज धीरे धीरे होगा सोर्सेज इंडियन सोसाइटी का नो सोर्स प्रिंटेड नोट्स विल बी मोर देन सफिशिएंट आंसर राइटिंग का फॉर्मेट होना बहुत जरूरी है दुनिया भर का सोर्सेज है तो क्या करना है मेरे को कॉपी पेस्ट प्रिंट कर अरे यार कॉपी पेस्ट ही तो करेंगे ना कौन सा खुद से बनाएगा खुद से क्या बनाएगा खुद से बनाएगा खुद का ऑब्जर्वेशन एंड अंडरस्टैंडिंग जो हम लोग करेगा और 5 लाइन क्लास का जो हल्का सा जो क्लास डिक्टेशन होगा दैट विल बी खुद का क्रिएशन दुनिया भर का नोट्स आते हैं 2 जगह से हम खुद कॉपी पेस्ट करेगा आज बैठ के लेकिन टू द पॉइंट सो दैट अरे जब कोई और मेहनत किया है तो क्यों मेहनत करना है उसका गुड पॉइंट अपना गुड पॉइंट निकालना है और वो लोग कौन सा मेहनत करता है वो किसी और से किया है हम उससे भी स्मार्ट हो उससे करेगा बोल के करेगा what is my own understanding that I will give you in writing right नोट्स उसके चक्कर में नहीं जाना है बाबू भाई, फंस जाएगा आप। अभी हम खुद पढ़ रहे हैं उसको। वाई वी आर स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम 24 नवंबर, बिकॉज वी आर आवर सेल्फ स्टडिंग। आरजू का नोट्स निकाला है, नॉर्थ ईस्ट का निकाला है, दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी से लाया है, खुद वी आर प्रिपेयरिंग दिस नाउ। डोंट वरी अबाउट अरुणाचल एट ऑल, थोड़ा भी मत चिंता करिए, लेट मी डू दैट हार्ड वर्क, थोड़ा सा वेट कीजिए। इसीलिए हड़बड़ा के कुछ नहीं कर रहा है, वी आर जस्ट प्लानिंग इट, प्रायोरिटाइजिंग इट। वंस वी आर फ्री वी विल डू दिस, डोंट वरी। एक बार जब हिस्ट्री वाला सर जब पढ़ा रहेगा नवंबर में, वी विल बी फ्री, कुछ काम नहीं है, कुछ कोर्स नहीं है, वी विल बी जस्ट स्टडिंग दिस, डोंट वरी अबाउट अरुणाचल एट ऑल, थोड़ा भी मत चिंता करिए। एनीथिंग एल्स? मल्टीपल टाइम्स तो देख सकता है ना, डाउनलोड क्या करे? डाउनलोड का ऑप्शन तो नहीं, डाउनलोड नहीं। कुछ इंजीनियर भाई लोग से पूछो, लोग बता देगा। Who will be the? Pardon? Come again? Modern history. I'll be. Yes. That is given in that book. I'll be teaching that. History, environment, ecology, forest, wildlife, society, trade, commerce. Because I take GS paper 3 में economy. So yes, I'll be taking that. सुनी बताइए। गुड, फाइन, तो चलें। सी ऑन मंडे, राइट? 1 बजे मंडे, मंडे, मंडे। लव यू टू। Okay, online anyone, please, if you have any doubt, please ask. Doubts if any? Okay, GS paper 2, you guys can leave. Online, I'm taking the online doubts. So GS paper 2, we don't have any plan as of now. We are starting with GS paper 3. GS paper 2 is easy, and as polity is the most favorite subject of everyone, so there is not such problem, but we will let you know in October month. Now we have no plans of GS paper 2. Anything else online? Online may you can also raise your hand and you can ask doubts if you have. If you raise your hand, I'll unmute you. Please ask. If you can, if you want to ask anything, you can just raise your hand online. आपका right side में नीचे में option आता होगा hand raise करने का, पूछ लीजिए. If you don't have any question, you can just end the session. We will meet on Monday at the same time. Online भी आप class attend कर सकता है.